Leveling up isn't just skincare and pretty outfits. It's a mindset shift. And while it looks glamorous on the outside, let's be real, it comes with struggles. Every woman who decides to rise higher, whether in her faith, her femininity, her lifestyle, or her career, faces resistance. And that's okay. Growth is supposed to stretch you. So today, we're breaking down 10 struggles every woman faces when leveling up and how to overcome them with grace, strategy, and a little faith. Take notes because this isn't fluff. This is the real guide to rising into the woman you're meant to be.
Through the night, I found the light in my own rain. Now I'm soaring like a bird in flight. No more doubts, just wings that...
Welcome back to Pinkaverse, the space where women rise, glow, and grow into their highest selves. Here, we mix femininity with wisdom, elegance with power, and faith with strategy, because leveling up isn't about pretending. It's about transforming. So, if you're ready to become the woman you dream of, the one who walks in her worth and her purpose, let's dive in. Struggle 1. Fear of judgment and criticism. One of the first things women face on their glow-up journey is judgment. You start dressing differently, carrying yourself with more confidence, setting higher standards, and suddenly you hear, "She's changed." Yes, you have. And that's the point. Here's the truth. People are more comfortable with the older version of you, the one that didn't intimidate them, the one that didn't remind them of their own unfulfilled potential. Your growth shines as a light on their stagnancy, and instead of clapping, they criticize. So, how do you overcome this? First, accept judgment as a tax you pay for growth. If no one is talking, you're probably not moving. Second, protect your energy. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your transformation. You don't need to explain your vision to people who aren't ready to understand it. And third, anchor yourself in purpose. Ask yourself, am I doing this for likes or for my life? Here's an example. If you start eating healthier and your coworkers tease you for bringing salad instead of fried food, remind yourself, I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve. In the Pinkaverse, we don't shrink to make others comfortable. We rise, even if it makes them whisper. Struggle 2. Imposter syndrome. Next up is imposter syndrome. That sneaky little voice in your head saying, "Who do you think you are?" It usually hits when you step into new spaces. Maybe you've been invited to a professional event, or you finally invested in a high-quality wardrobe. Or you're making moves that younger you only dreamed of. Suddenly, instead of feeling proud, you feel like a fraud. But here's the secret. Even the women you admire felt this way at some point. Confidence isn't something you wait for. It's something you build through action. So, how do you fight it? First, collect evidence. Journal your wins, big or small. When your brain says you're not good enough, your receipts say otherwise. 2. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness is a myth. You grow into the woman by showing up before you feel like her. Pray over your identity. Remember, God doesn't place you in rooms you're not meant to be in. If you're there, it's because you belong. Take this example. If you've been invited to a panel and you're nervous, remind yourself, I was chosen. Out of hundreds, they asked me. That means I belong in this space. In the Pinkaverse, we don't tiptoe. We take up space because we've earned it. Struggle 3. Toxic relationships and lack of boundaries. Now, let's talk about relationships. One of the biggest struggles women face is holding on to toxic people or never setting boundaries to begin with. It might be a friend who mocks your new habits, a partner who doesn't respect your standards, or even family who guilt trip you for wanting more. Here's the thing. You cannot rise if you're surrounded by people pulling you down. So how do you deal with this? First, learn to say no without guilt. No is a full sentence. You don't owe anyone an essay about your choices. Second, audit your circle. Ask yourself, do they inspire me or do they drain me? Keep the people who push you higher. Third, redefine boundaries as wisdom, not meanness.
No, I won't allow it. This is my boundary. No means no. I say no without guilt. No, and I stand by it. Absolutely not. No guilt here.
Protecting your energy doesn't make you selfish. It makes you strategic. If your friend only calls to gossip, gently shift the conversation or limit those calls. That's a boundary. In the Pinkaverse, we protect our peace like it's crown jewels. Because it is. Struggle for consistency and discipline. Consistency, the least glamorous, most necessary part of leveling up. It's easy to get motivated at the start. You buy the planner, you start the workout, you journal for a week, and then motivation fades. That's normal. But discipline, that's what keeps you going when you don't feel like it. Here's how to master it. Break big goals into micro habits. Don't aim for a 2-hour routine. Start with one non-negotiable habit. 10 minutes of movement. 1 chapter of a book. 1 glass of water before coffee. 2. Track your progress visually. Use a habit tracker, sticky notes, or a calendar. Watching your streak build is addictive and effective. 3. Reward progress, not perfection. Even if you did 70% today, it's still progress. If your goal is skincare, commit to washing your face and moisturizing every night. No excuses. That one habit alone transforms your skin in months. And in the Pinkaverse, we don't chase moods, we build habits. That's how you glow up for life. If you want to learn more about building habits, you could read our all-time favorite, Atomic Habits. James Clear explained everything. Struggle number 5, financial limitations. Let's be honest. Leveling up often costs money. From skincare to courses, from investing in your wardrobe to building the life you dream of. It's not free. But lack of money doesn't mean lack of progress. This is how to work around it. Start where you are. Luxury is cleanliness, order, and intentionality before it's a price tag. A $5 thrifted blouse that fits well and is steamed looks more expensive than a $200 messy outfit. 2. Build financial discipline. Now, this might sting a lot of ladies out there, but cut impulse spending, like constant takeout, and redirect that money into your glow up. 3. Invest wisely. Sometimes the $20 book changes your mindset more than the $2,000 bag. If you can't afford a spa day, create one at home. Candles, a face mask, soft music. It's not about cost. It's about intention. In the Pinkaverse, we don't complain about what we lack. We maximize what we have, and we build from there. Struggle 6. The comparison trap. Now, let's talk about the comparison trap. This is a silent thief of joy that hits every woman at some point. Some more than others. You scroll through Instagram, TikTok, or even your friends' highlight reels, and suddenly it feels like everyone else is ahead. Maybe she's traveling, running a business, glowing, and everything looks perfect. Meanwhile, you're sitting there thinking, why am I still here? What am I doing wrong? Or the infamous, God, when? Here's the truth. Your journey is yours. And comparing it to someone else's is like comparing a rose to a sunflower, or comparing hydrangeas to cornelias. They're both beautiful, but they grow differently. How to overcome it. Curate your feed. Unfollow or mute accounts that trigger envy. Instead, follow accounts that educate, inspire, and show progress, not just perfection. Second, this is a very powerful one, so listen carefully. Reframe envy into strategy. When you see someone shining, don't ask, why not me? Instead, ask, what can I learn from her? What steps did she take that I can apply to my life? 3. Stay in your lane. Write down your vision, your goals, your priorities. Keep them visible on your mirror, phone wallpaper, or journal. Every time envy creeps in, you have your own roadmap to remind yourself where you're going. Take this example. If you're saving to move out, but your friend just bought her second car, you could say, she's running her race. I'm running mine. My goal is independence, not possessions. In the Pinkaverse, we don't compete with others. We rise with focus, elegance, and intentionality. Struggle 7. Time management and overwhelm. Next is time, or rather, the lack of it. Or at least, that feeling that there's never enough of it. Between work, school, family obligations, and self-care, it can feel impossible to fit everything in. But the truth is, it's not about having more time. It's about using the time you have strategically. Here's how to overcome it. The rule of 3. Each day, choose your top 3 priorities and focus only on them. Everything else is optional. Example. Today, your top 3 might be like, subscribe, and comment I love Pinkaverse. And all you have to do is focus on that. I'm kidding. Not kidding. Really, please like. Today, your top 3 might be finish a work project, read one chapter of a book, and meditate for 10 minutes. All you have to do is focus on those 3 items before doing anything else. 2. Stack habits. Attach a new habit to an existing routine. For example, while brewing your morning coffee, Listen to a 5-minute devotional, a podcast, or a language lesson. Little consistent actions add up without taking extra time. 3. Create non-negotiables. Block 30 to 60 minutes daily for growth. Treat it like an unmissable meeting. No excuses. If you want to exercise but feel tired after work, commit to a 10-minute walk around your block instead of skipping it entirely. That small consistency builds momentum over time. In the Pinkaverse, we don't just wait for perfect conditions. We create time for what matters most and protect it fiercely. Struggle 8. Negative self-talk and old habits. This one is huge. The biggest battle you'll ever fight isn't with other people. It's with your own mind. That voice saying, "You're not enough," or "You'll never be able to do this." Those are lies rooted in old habits, outdated beliefs, and negative environments. How to overcome it. Catch and correct thoughts. Every time a negative thought appears, pause and reframe it. Example, "I'll never be consistent" becomes, "I am becoming consistent, one step at a time." 2. Script your identity. Write affirmations that define the woman you want to be. Read them morning and night. Example, "I am disciplined. I am valuable. I am favored by God." 3. Replace habits. Don't just remove them. If scrolling social media late at night makes you feel drained, swap it for journaling, listening to an audiobook, or prepping for the next day. Women in the Pinkaverse swapped gossip group chats for accountability group chats. The same time spent, but now it fuels growth instead of draining energy. In the Pinkaverse, we don't just fight negative thoughts. We replace them with intentional actions and affirmations that match our vision. Struggle 9. Loneliness in growth. One of the hardest truths about leveling up is that it can be lonely. When you outgrow people, friends, colleagues, even family, your journey can feel isolating. That old party crew might not vibe with your new standards, and that friend who loved gossip may not cheer you on anymore. That's normal. How do you overcome this? First, expect it. Outgrowing people is part of leveling up. It doesn't mean you're wrong, it means you're evolving. 2. Fill the gap intentionally. Seek out spaces and communities where growth-minded women gather. Online courses, book clubs, church groups, mentorship programs, Pinkaverse. There's so many to choose from. 3. Learn to enjoy solitude. This is your time to discover yourself without external noise. Journal, travel alone, try a hobby. You could host self-dates. Take yourself to a cafe with your journal, visit a museum with headphones, or spend an evening learning a new skill at home. It strengthens independence, confidence, and clarity. In the Pinkaverse, we don't fear solitude. We use it to sharpen our vision and enjoy our own company. Struggle 10. Balancing femininity and strength. Finally, let's talk about a challenge that confuses many women. Balancing softness with strength. Society often forces a choice. Either you're feminine or you're powerful. But in reality, You can be both. You can wear your pink dress and still dominate the boardroom. You can pray with humility and still walk with authority. How to overcome it? 1. Define femininity for yourself. It's not just dresses and makeup. It's grace, kindness, and poise. 2. Own your power. Never downplay your intelligence or ambition to make others comfortable. The right spaces celebrate both. 3. Blend daily habits. Pick one habit that nurtures softness, like self-care, journaling, spiritual reflection, and one that builds strength, like learning a skill, financial planning, physical training. A Pinkaverse woman might do Pilates and skincare in the morning, close a business deal by noon, and end her evening with prayer and gratitude journaling. That's balance. That's glow up. In the Pinkaverse, we don't dim our power for society's comfort. We shine fully in every dimension of ourselves. Here's a quick recap. Let's recap the 10 struggles every woman faces when leveling up. Fear of judgment, imposter syndrome, toxic relationships, consistency struggles, financial limitations, comparison, time management, negative self-talk, loneliness, and balancing femininity and strength. If you've faced any of these, you are not alone. The difference is whether you let them stop you or use them as fuel to rise higher. If any of these struggles hit home, share your experience in the comments. Which one are you working on right now? And remember, in the Pinkaverse, we don't chase perfection. We pursue progress. Step by step, with faith, grace, and strategy. You are becoming the woman you were always meant to be. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever we post a new update. If you want me to walk you through this live, or you want a personalized plan, I run small paid sessions. Link in bio. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Pinkaverse.